A society possesses some constitutive rules that define its character and differentiate it from other kinds of societies. In large societies in which different communities of people reside together, these rules are formulated through consensus, and in modern countries, this consensus is usually available in written form. A written document in which we find such rules is called a constitution. In this chapter, we will study why does a country need a constitution? A country needs a constitution for several purposes. Firstly, the constitution tells us what the fundamental nature of our society is. Usually, a country is comprised of different communities of people who share certain beliefs but may not necessarily agree on all issues. The constitution helps serve as a set of rules and principles that all persons in a country can agree upon as the basis of the way in which they want the country to be governed. This includes not only the type of government, but also an agreement on certain ideals that they all believe the country should uphold. Secondly, the Constitution defines the nature of a country's political system. It lays out certain important guidelines that govern decision-making within the democratic societies. It checks the possible misuse of the authority by our political leaders, as the misuse of authority can result in gross injustice. In the Indian Constitution, many of these laws are contained in the section on fundamental rights. Thirdly, the Constitution ensures that a dominant group does not use its power against other less powerful people or groups. It ensures that minorities are not excluded from anything that is routinely available to the majority. Thus, in a way, it also prevents the tyranny or domination by the majority over a minority. This includes inter-community domination, that is, one community's domination over another, and intra-community domination, that is, members of one community dominating others within the same community. Fourthly, the Constitution helps to protect us against certain decisions that we might take that could have an adverse effect on the larger principles that the country believes in. It prevents the alteration of its own basic structure. It does not allow for the easy overthrow of provisions that guarantee rights of citizens and protect their freedom. Under the British rule, Indians were forced to obey rules that they had very little role in making. This long experience of authoritarian rule convinced Indians that free India should be a democracy in which everyone should be treated equally and be allowed to participate in the decision-making. Thus, a constituent assembly consisting of around 300 people worked out the ways in which a democratic government would be set up in India. Apart from our proverbial age-old diversity, our country was marked by several problems. Firstly, the partition of the country had left the princely states uncertain about their future. Secondly, the socio-economic condition of the vast mass of people appeared dismal. Having all these issues in mind, our Constituent Assembly gave a visionary document that reflected a respect for maintaining diversity while preserving national unity. The Indian Constitution. Key features. The very first feature of the Indian Constitution is federalism. This refers to the existence of more than one level of government in the country. In India, we have governments at the state level and at the center, while having Panchayati Raj as the third tier of government. While each state in India enjoys autonomy in exercising powers on certain issues, subjects of national concern require that all of these states follow the laws of the central government. The Constitution contains lists that detail the issues that each tier of government can make laws on. In addition, the Constitution also specifies where each tier of government can get the money from the work that it does. The second feature of our Constitution is the parliamentary form of government. The different tiers of our government consist of representatives who are elected by the people. This is because the Constitution of India guarantees universal adult suffrage for all citizens. This implies that the people of India have a direct role in electing their representatives. Also, every citizen of the country, irrespective of his or her social background, can also contest in elections. These representatives are accountable to the people. The third feature of our Constitution is the separation of powers. According to the Constitution, there are three organs of government. These are the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. The legislature refers to our elected representatives. The executive is responsible for implementing laws and running the government. The judiciary refers to the system of courts in our country. In order to prevent any misuse of the authority, the Constitution not only mentions different powers of these organs, but it also ensures the balance of power between all three. The fourth feature of our Constitution is fundamental rights, which protect citizens against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. The Constitution thus guarantees the rights of individuals against the state as well as against other individuals. Moreover, the Constitution also guarantees the rights of minorities against the majority. Fifthly, in addition to fundamental rights, the Constitution also has a section called Directive Principles of State Policy. This section was designed by the members of the Constituent Assembly to ensure greater social and economic reforms and to serve as a guide to the independent Indian state to institute laws and policies that help reduce the poverty of the masses. Sixthly, our Constitution declares India as a secular state in which the state does not officially promote any one religion as the state religion. Additionally, it allows the profession, practice, and propagation of all religions.